at the time.
Okay. Hey, this is Radio Free Cybertron 639, and I just realized, no, you can't flip the 639 over because you get like 6E9, so that's not the same. I'm Brian Kilby.
What would that be in hexadecimal?
I don't know.
Oh.
That'd be more megabyte.
Or binary or whatever. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't speak binary. That was Chris and Don. Matt's here. Diecast. And Rob Clay. Because Rob's almost never on video, for he always goes last. I'm sorry, Rob. Out of sight, out of mind.
It's okay. I think the last time I hosted, I forgot he was here entirely. So
he's very quiet.
Yeah, well, I mean,
sometimes.
It's just a reminder. We do the show live every Wednesday around 8:30 Eastern time. Pre-show starts around 8. We just chat about whatever. For the last 10 minutes, it's been about DuckTales. So usually it's Star Trek, but today DuckTales. But we do the show in video as well. If you're listening to the podcast, I love you. Thank you. But you can watch it, again, live, tfradio.net/live, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want to watch it after the fact, we also have a Roku channel and a Fire TV app as well. You can find those just by going to Radio Free Cybertron's website, tfradio.net/Roku to get to the Roku app, or tfradio.net/Fire TV to get to the Fire TV app. You can install it from your browser. Gosh, lots of stuff. Not a lot of news this week, which I'm fine with because we have a lot of other stuff to talk about. Diecast, when's New York Comic Con?
New York Comic Con is the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, I believe.
The first weekend of October.
Okay, that's exciting.
Yes.
That's always we should expect some cool stuff. So we at San Diego, we didn't learn anything about the new series, like as far as like its name or anything. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can just stop calling it, Siege 2 or whatever, and we can just call it what it is. So we'll find out, hopefully.
Second Siege.
Second Siege. Under Siege.
Under Siege.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, or they could take from the Power Rangers naming and call it Super Siege.
I kind of like that. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like that. It's not bad.
Everybody's assuming it's going to be like Escape or Exodus or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, let's jump to what we got this week because we're going to have a long one. I'm going to start because I mostly have retread, and Chris is going to go for like 45 minutes. So,
I don't know if I'm
so
going to go
Chris
that
goes
long.
last.
No, Chris goes last. So I got a new Cyberverse Burger King Junior Meal toy. This one's
King
Bumblebee.
Meal, I think. King Junior Meal.
King Junior Meal, yeah. Bumblebee.
Is that actually fire?
I don't know. It shoots like an arrow or something, but it does a horrible job. I mean, it doesn't even shoot.
Okay, I was going to be like,
you have to hold it
safety? Is that safe for a kid nowadays?
I don't know, but it came with the meal. So, actually, I'll be honest with you. It was for my 3-year-old. It was her toy. They didn't give my wife an option between boy toy or girl toy, so she came in and she showed it to me, and I just went yoink. Then I walked back into the store and ordered another King Junior Meal, and I specified for a girl that time. So we got another My Little Pony. She already had it, but she didn't have it in the car.
That's important.
Yeah.
Well, hang on to them with FIM ending. Those pony toys could be getting scarce.
It could be. I mean, I'd like to think it's going to make My Little Pony stuff forever, but friendship is magic. It'll go away. Whatever. So also, I got 2 of the Cyberverse Nas, the Sharkticon. And
they don't look bad in that mode.
Awesome.
I love it. I mean, it's simplistic. I mean, it's just like any other Cyberverse toy. There are things that there are no joints where there should be joints, like the arms.
Aren't the elbows just like swivels?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. So you can see the head clearly through the mouth, but it looks great. So I picked up 2 at Walmart, the only 2 they had. I'm probably going to buy more when I see them. I'm not going to get is it Dogcades that has 1,000 of them?
Oh my God. Yeah.
And Matt's
he's got me beat.
Matt's got 500. He's got 1,000.
Wasn't it just 35 at last count?
Well,
I think it's 31, and they're right.
Other way.
Which way am I going?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, my camera's frozen. There we
Well,
go.
Matt, we can see them. Trust us, we can see them.
Yeah, they show up. Hard to miss.
They're not that hard to spot.
also, I got the Generation Selects Zetar, which Chris has. He'll go into more detail on it than I do. It's pretty. And I am less happy, which I know it would be, with Generation Selects Nightbird.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It just seemed, I was going to get it because I do this. I buy stuff. I buy these things. But I already had the Takara Legends one that was the repaint of, it's like retool, I guess, of RC.
RC, yeah.
And I like that one so much more than this one. But if you don't have
Yeah,
that one...
I chose to pass on the Generation Selects one. Just
Same.
like... I
if
was
you
lucky
stop-
enough several years ago to get the Legends one.
If you stop and think about it, like, the toys are fairly equivalent. Both are, pretty laden down with backpack, but, like, the RC mold handles the backpack so much
It
better.
So
And
much better.
The robot body works better, in my opinion, and the deco on it looks a lot nicer because it's so much more silver paint. Versus the flat plastic. And I don't have a problem with using, a slightly metallic or even a kind of flat gray plastic to stand in for silver, especially when you're going for like animation colors on something, but it just looks so inferior.
It does. It just really does.
There's really not much you can do for something that Takara Tomy kind of made at the height of their Legends production, because that
power.
The
is,
height of their insanity,
yeah, that was because that was a good run of toys they had going there.
Yeah, they even made new weapons for that thing. It had side blades.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This has a
I need to go back and get that
Crazy.
sometime.
It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. And that's all I got. I'm going to hand it over to Diecast, who said he had a ton of
Oh
stuff.
boy.
Yeah. All right. First thing I just got it today, is Fans Toys Spoiler, which
I thought
is
you
their
had that already.
breakdown.
Probably has 5 of them. This is in
No, this one just came out.
No, he has the DX9 and X Transbots versions.
Oh.
Now he
Yes.
has the Fans Toys one.
Yes. So
I mean,
just
you'll
for
excuse me for not being able to actually visually tell them apart.
just
Yeah, there's
compare
three Stunticon sets.
the X Transbots. So much bigger. First impressions, because I just got this a couple minutes ago, so I haven't transformed it yet. I'm actually not too happy with it, just in the fact that the back legs are basically the front half of the car. It's slightly off-putting for me. Maybe if they could have
Wait, who
hidden
made this one again?
a little bit better. Fans Toys.
Oh, yeah, that seems
And
weird.
you don't
for them.
like it?
He does kind of look like he's wearing bell bottoms there.
I haven't transformed him yet. Typical Fans Toys, the paint's really nice. I did have a bad paint edge on one spot, but that's not too bad. It looks good from the front. I'm just not too happy with the back of it.
Well, Diecast, remember, sometimes the Fans Toy stuff isn't fully transformed properly coming out of the thing. So maybe there's some tweaks or things you need to do to that back before, that it was just packed that way for transit.
Maybe he just needs a pair of pants.
I don't know. He's definitely not transformed fully, but I don't know if there's much to do with that. There's just not.
It doesn't bother me that much, but I can see why it bothers you.
Yeah. The other thing I got, which Matt will be surprised on this, I got the MMC Deadpool, which was the Toronto exclusive, and then it sold out on Planet Steel Express like so fast. Those where all the extras went, or the additional stock that they had of these. I actually found one on Taobao, and I was able to order it and get it for a decent price, almost the same price as what I would have paid at the convention. So for that, I was like, yeah, I definitely need that Deadpool. I got the Optimus Prime with the trailer, so the Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime trailer dude. The Hasbro, of course.
Not that there's a difference anymore.
Yeah. I also got the Unique Toys Optimus Prime R-02B Destroyer, which is their Nemesis Prime.
Yeah, from the Challenger mold.
From the Challenger mold.
Now, is this one that Eric has approved the forearms on?
Yes, this is the forearm act.
Did all of this stuff come in one box? And did your wife bring it in from the front porch?
No. But this is the truck mode on this, and these colors are absolutely beautiful. And this one I actually am going to display in truck mode. It's going to be one of the rare Transformers that I actually have in vehicle mode.
But that Challenger mold, I've heard nothing but good things about that
It's
mold.
great.
Like a Dodge Challenger? The shuttle? What are we talking about?
No, his name is Challenger.
Oh, I hope it's not like the space shuttle.
But, you know, if I wasn't already drowning in movie primes, I would love to have one, but, you know.
So,
but
Optimus
I've heard nothing but solid about that mold.
Optimus was a Dodge Ram. Optimus is a Dodge Challenger. It'd be kind of cool.
I got 2 Zetars. Is that how you say it?
Two? By mistake.
Yeah, I ordered. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're weaponizers. So you're supposed to get more than one.
Yeah. I have no idea how to transform it yet because I took them out of the package and
You
pulled
pull it
You never
apart and
handled
stick
Brent?
it back together, and you take it apart and stick it back together in a different
I
configuration.
love the color so much.
which is to me a cheat, but I understand since it's a weaponizer. I'll give it a pass. I also got a very damaged 2-pack of the G1 Soundwave.
Oh, yeah.
Blaster.
What happened?
It came crushed.
Oh.
So I emailed them because I kind of wanted to leave this in box, just because it's in the G1 packaging, like on the box. It's got the G1
really
box
nice.
art, and it's really nice. But damaged. Emailed Hasbro Pulse, and it's really just inundated with stuff right now because I got an email saying someone would reply within so many hours, and then no one ever replied.
So when I had my problem with that first Lancer, I emailed them about it right away, and I had to try to contact them a second time, and all in all, it took a week before somebody got back to me. So I would suggest you keep trying.
Yeah. So that was disappointing because the box it came in was also destroyed. So I immediately took pictures of everything and shot it up to him and said, because I really just want a replacement. Like, I'll send this back. I don't care. I just want a replacement because I want one in a decent box just to display it because I think it is a really nice, especially with the G1 artwork.
Did all your
really
Pulse
nice
stuff
piece.
come in different boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course
Yeah.
it did.
Yeah.
Except the Zetars. They came in the same box.
Because it's the same toy.
Yeah.
Well, has anybody shown Diecast how to fix, issues with the cassette players with a pencil?
How does that... I don't...
That's
So
just for
what
the
else did you
tape.
get, Diecast?
Never mind.
I got 2 of the Siege booster packs, the San Diego Comic-Con one. And that came in. And then I also got whatever her name is. I'm forgetting her name now. The other selects.
Nightbird.
Nightbird. And I got another MP-10G. So I have one
Another
that
one?
yeah. So I have one.
So
that
he has a proton
box.
pack to wear now.
Did you
Yeah,
did you get it from Pulse or did you get it from another source?
one from Pulse.
Oh, so you managed to get it from Pulse. Okay.
Yeah, the other one I got from Taobao. So I got one from Pulse and one from Taobao. And then the last thing I got, which I'm not even going to show off. Well, it broke. No, I got Siege Reflector. I wasn't going to show it off because I'm like, Rob's going to talk about it, but I know that he's not on video, so I'll at least show it on video.
Okay, Rob, talk about it.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
yes. Well, thanks to all of you, I have Siege Refraktor, and he is fantastic. I am really happy with this set. I actually kind of like the individual vehicle modes. They're kind of nifty, but of course the camera is the main draw there, and that is just really, really nice. The extra accessories for this version really make the look of that. The retail version is a really game attempt for what they can do at retail, but the extra pieces really do help. And I'm kind of at a loss for words on that, just because it was so nice of everybody to get that for me. But it is an incredibly nice set. The box is beautiful. There is a ton of paint on all of that, and if there's one thing that it is not good at, in my opinion, that is that there's no space for 2/3 of the extra camera body parts on the individual vehicle modes.
Oh yeah.
I don't think most people are ever going to care about that. But that is a thing. I mean, the Flash that actually looks really nice on one of the little ship modes. But the other two pieces, there is just absolutely nothing you can do to get those on there in any kind of suitable way. They're not particularly good at going on the robot mode either. You can kind of make shoulder parts out of the viewfinder, but that right side of the camera body that is a right side of a camera body, and that is all it's ever going to be.
No, that's like a shoulder cave.
Sure.
well, Rob, if it helps making them more special, there was, for my contribution, there was no Dononomics at all. Straight, no Dononomics.
It was straight
cash.
I am touched, Don. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And thanks.
But no, that was wonderful of all of you, and
Chris organized it. I was going to give him props for it.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Chris. This has been just July through early September has just been a thing, and it was this was the only pre-order I'd had on the night of 1,000 pre-orders, and I had to cancel it as things went sideways, and I really didn't think I was ever going to get this, so thank you.
At least it didn't go Axer.
I get that reference.
Awesome, Rob. Yeah, I'll get mine in October. I had it pre-ordered from like Entertainment Earth or something. I didn't realize
yeah,
Pulse
me
had
too.
It. Yeah, so. Anything else?
Me or Diecast?
You.
Actually, yeah. Thanks to Brickinator, I have Dial and Zor from the Bumblebee box set.
Nice.
And yeah, I really like those guys. That is just such an endearingly clunky combined mode.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of love it just because, yeah, you don't get stuff like that anymore. And just the sheer insanity of Hasbro to not just include those in a Bumblebee movie box set, but to recreate those molds from scratch. That is just amazing. And that was really nice of you, Mark. Thank you so much. And just those are a lot of fun. I'm going to have to try and get the Decibel set at some point if I can.
Cool. Awesome. Diecast, did you have anything else?
I think that was it.
Okay.
He's forgotten if he did.
That Refraktor set looks really nice, and I can't wait to get mine.
It is.
Yeah.
The packaging for it is fantastic too.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
Like, I've even got the instructions for it here, and they actually it's glossy paper and it's like bound, stapled. It's not a big sheet. They make it like a camera instruction book. Like they went 3 extra steps with putting this together. So you can tell it was HasCon material.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take an aside here, and I apologize. So I always ask if somebody pulls out a camera. I'm always curious what they're using, and we had photos done this weekend. And the guy pulled out a Sony A7 R2, and I knew what the camera was. I was just talking to him about it, and apparently this was his second one. The first one got a virus, and it's just mind-boggling. That obviously it's a computer, so anything can virus. But it's just funny that it got a virus. So
he must have been side-loading some odd firmware onto it, because I can't think of how else that would have that happen.
Like he might have been sharing SD cards with somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. Matt, do you
Well,
have anything?
at least a 7R2 is relatively cheap to replace now.
Yeah, it took great photos.
Oh yeah.
Matt, anything?
Yes, I also got Power Dasher Zetar.
What do you think?
He is Brunt with a funny hat.
But it looks so different with the hat.
Yes, it does. I really like Brunt anyway. Yes, I mean he doesn't technically transform; he rearranges parts, but like it looks good in the black and yellow, like good plastic colors. I'm happy with it. I'm eager to get the other two. And despite Hasbro Pulse's best efforts to keep it out of my hands, I got a Lightning Collection Gold Ranger.
Nice.
Did you get the Red Ranger with it?
Yes, that's not the important part though. Like Gold Ranger is where it's at. So, and I got myself another Putty Patroller. Found a decent price on eBay. So,
Oh, neat.
Putty Patrol. Is that for like something from X-Files? What is that?
Yes,
it's,
Brian, that's exactly what it is.
yeah, yes, no, it's the foot soldiers from season 1 of Power Rangers.
Oh, okay.
Because that's all Matt always talks about is nothing but X-Files.
Those
Don't you know that, Brian?
Those McFarlane X-Files figures. He has like a closet full of them.
Yeah.
So does everyone else from that
Yes.
time period.
Everybody else was alive in the
investments.
90s. Yeah.
And that's all I got.
Okay. Don?
All right, I only have two things this week. One's off topic, but it is so beautiful, I'm going to show it off anyway. Let me switch hands here. I'm trying to maneuver stuff. I got in my next Eagle Moss item,
Ooh.
and from the classic Battlestar Galactica series,
Oh.
I have
Never mind.
the base star,
Oh,
Oh, neat.
and it's almost like the Reliant.
Yeah, it's almost, but it's not.
Yes. But it's a lot smaller than the Galactica, but it still scales kind of nicely on the shelf. I sort of had them side by side, but being a classic Battlestar fan, this just really is going to be nice beside the Galactica. It's not going to scale with the Viper, obviously, but and I'm kind of hoping they do a Galactica, but as Pegasus, just so I can have the Pegasus and the Galactica side by side.
The Pegasus.
what if you just like tape some wings on a Galactica? Wouldn't that be a Pegasus?
Or what if you like shove a starship into a rock? Wouldn't that be the Pegasus?
You could get a white base. That's also a Pegasus.
Yeah, or I can also hold up
You
my
only have
sword
to-
and say,
you only
I
have
can call on the power on the honor of Grayskull.
You only have to shove about 65% of it into the rock.
Yeah,
to be
that's
the
true.
Pegasus.
That's true.
Ah, yeah.
And I also got Power Dasher because I had Brunt, and I was like, do I really need him? I mean, I don't do the weaponizer gimmick. I don't pull them apart. I don't put them on all the figures. I don't take 15 cogs and 16.
Well, then you don't know
Hey,
how to
look,
have fun,
I only have
Don.
one cog, so don't you be calling
Yeah.
anybody out over here.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
I have 3.
Yeah, I'm just
I have
saying.
3 6-wings.
I'm just
six
saying
guns.
that.
I also have 3 6-wings.
Mm.
Or 6 guns, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that particular play pattern. It's like the Micromaster Combiner weapons. They really don't do much for me. So, but as a Power Dasher, I think he's an excellent use of that mold. And I took my Brunt back the minute I found out this guy was coming out.
That is so weird that you take stuff back as soon as you find out something else is coming out. It's just
Well, I mean, I was on the fence about Brunt anyway because Triptychon is just not that important to me, and I'm figuring I can get a Brunt later on. Maybe
your
if they go
Headmaster
clear.
Don.
Yes, but
Put it under a
The
sheet.
the Power Dashers. Sorry, Splinter. The Power Dashers to me are more important than Brunt because they're such an obscure little clique. Transformers history, and it's nice to see them getting actual real figures.
Brunt is pretty obscure too. We never in a million years would have guessed we would get a solo deluxe release of Brunt.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I mean, and I'm not slamming the figure. It's just
It
doesn't look as good in robot mode as Cog and Six Gun, and the whole
I think Brunt looks great.
Yeah, me too.
But I think he looks a lot better like this. So I'm a lot happier to have it as the Power Dasher than I am Brunt.
So Don, not on video, Don showing off the box. He hasn't taken Zetar out yet. I think we talked about this before, but like in that packaging, at least when we're not using the biodegradable like thread or whatever you want to call it, like it's got the little plastic thread with a tag on each end or whatever, it holds it in place. Like oftentimes I don't have anything to cut it with, so what I do is I just pull it out. Does anybody else ever, like when you pull it out, does it like strike your hand and sting like a mother?
Oh
like,
yeah,
they hurt like a mother when I pull those things out.
What kind of monster pulls those out? You keep like nail clippers or little screw cutter.
I didn't have them handy. I just pull it out and it just like pops out and it like just hits me.
Have a set of scissors that'll work in a pinch.
It just hurts.
I also have a set of tweezers and some dental tools, a mechanical pencil.
You have dental tools at your desk?
Like I imagine you open all of your stuff sitting there around your desk, Brian. Why don't you just get a pair of nail clippers and keep them there?
I do it at my work desk.
So like 2 feet to the left?
3 feet to the left, yeah.
All right, well, get a pair of nail clippers and leave them there.
That's true.
And then you will have them handy.
But yeah, I was just thinking about it. And when I actually used to go buy things in stores and be sitting in cars on the way home, that's generally when I used to do that to myself because I had no tools handy at the time.
Although in those days it was twist ties, wasn't it?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah, there were a few things that used those kind of pieces, but not a lot.
And yes, I had dental tools because like for doing stickers or even some work with model kits, the fine point tools are actually super, super useful.
Yeah.
I have mine.
That's a trick I learned from Hey Mickey.
I have mine because I'm paranoid before I go to the dentist for a cleaning, so I do it like an early cleaning the day before. You know, like if I don't get enough, if my flossing isn't as strong as it should be. I know it's weird. So, okay. I'll move along. So
just get a roll of duct tape and apply that to your teeth, and then just pull all the stuff out in one go.
Yeah. So I actually have that gum that changes the color of your teeth. Never mind. So hey Chris.
Yeah.
What did you get?
Oh, I got Omega Supreme. Yeah, that's the benefit of having a very limited camera angle. I get to do a dramatic reveal every once in a while. So I only got this today. I haven't had like a ton of time to mess with it. I'm not going to bring the whole thing over, but just like for the sense of scale, I am going to bring the rocket over, and like this thing just kind of goes.
Man,
I'm assuming it's very hollow, right?
Well, I mean, like there's a big cavity in what becomes the main torso, but when you put the tank in, it fills it up. So like the hollow parts are all closed up because they're used like compartments for Micromasters, such as Countdown here, who is pretty much the worst Micromaster so far. Oh, wow. You can tell handling this that the other ones benefit from being like gang molded together. They get a little bit more material to work with that way. It feels distinctly more basic than the 2-pack Micromasters, and the feel of the material is different too. It's not bad per se, but it's not like anything to write home about. The weird thing too with Countdown is there is the 5mm peg that flips out from the chest, but there's not a weapon mode, and there's no way to connect it that I can find to another Micromaster to make a weapon mode.
That's weird.
So I don't know if that's like a leftover of this being planned to have a gun mode at some point or something, but it's there, and you can't really do anything with it. But yeah, so like I've got Omega in battle station mode right now, but the robot mode feels really big. I've heard people say that it's noticeably a few inches shorter than like Fortress Maximus or Metroplex.
Yes, I'll walk you post a comparison.
I think even shorter than Triptychon.
Yeah.
But like when you open the box, it's almost fully in robot mode in the box. The only thing to do is to attach the track wings. But when you pull it out, like you don't think, oh, this is a small Titan. No, it's very big, substantial, and Probably, like, I've got Devastator and Trypticon and Fortress Maximus, but like the joint strength and its ability to like hold a pose, you can't go crazy with it because it's a big toy, but like the joints all work and feel really good. Like they've really got this down with the toys being able to like hold up their weight in
Trypticon
or Metroplex.
I don't remember my Metroplex having a problem.
I mean, maybe Hey Mickey got a bad one. That's the only one I've ever had access to in person to try to mess with, and that wasn't fun. And
Metroplex would be fine in like a static, straight up and down pose, but I don't think you could put him in any kind of action pose. Like I think he would crumble.
Oh.
Yeah. That's pretty much the experience that I had with Mickey's. And Fortress Maximus was a little bit better than that. It definitely made like distinct improvements on the Metroplex build, but it still wasn't great. Omega Supreme so far I've had no problems with at all, other than one of the knees was a little bit stuck at first, but I was able to get that moving with no real problem, which was a relief because I'd hate to have to send this thing back for a replacement. It's kind of heavy.
Yeah.
The transformation, I mean, it's, basic as you might think it is, especially since it comes apart mostly to transform. The worst problem I have with it is actually the rocket, where there's hinge panels that wrap around to close in the cylinder, and they're supposed to tab close, and they sort of do, but they kind of don't want to. So it's really hard to get all the seams to be closed where they're supposed to. Now, if you're going to leave Omega Supreme in robot mode most of the time, it's not going to matter because those parts aren't supposed to be closed up then anyway. But if you do want to display it in rocket base mode, you might have to futz with it a little bit to get the panel lines to all close up correctly. Let me see, grab the tank. So the turret on the tank can't turn because Omega Supreme's head is in the back. And if you want to open up the front ramp, because like we saw I think we saw at Toy Fair even, like you open this up and you can have countdown under their Micromaster in, but like it takes some doing to actually get that to open. It tabs down really tight, and when you bring it up, the plastic bends before it unclicks, and that's a little unnerving, and you've got to flip the side guns up too. It's an interesting extra feature, and I think this might relax a little bit with repeated use, but right out of the box it's a little bit scary to deal with. I mean, there's no sounds or lights or anything, which I think we knew already pretty well. The blast effects I haven't actually taken out of the packaging yet, but like I can see through the bag that Jetfire is still standing as having the best blast effects of the whole Siege line so far. These are a lot more like blobby and rounded, where Jetfires have the like sharp edges and everything. But I do appreciate these because they have paint on them. So like there's smoke plumes at the base and then the translucent orange flame on top. I mean, I can't think of much more to say. There's the cockpit on the rocket, and once you get inside, it won't show up on the camera, but like there's control panel details and stuff in there, and then on the outside panel, there's actually like a cockpit window molded in. Toy Hacks will probably be able to do like incredible things with detail kits for this, or anybody who is inclined to just like take Gundam markers or model paints and just do their own detailing. Like there's a lot of stuff that you could go over on this, but like it looks pretty good straight out of the box too. And best part of all is, at least as far as I found, there's no stickers to apply.
Oh, thank God.
Hey.
Which I think is the first Titan class that does not include any stickers.
Oh,
Devastator didn't.
I was going to say Predaking didn't, but I forgot that I just chose to ignore them.
Did
Devastator not come with stickers?
Devastator did not come with stickers.
Was that one of those cases where they were like a bonus in Hong Kong or something?
Yeah, I have a sheet of those, actually. I have a sheet of those, but I also ended up with the San Diego Devastator, which had stickers pre-applied, so I assumed the retail one had a sticker sheet.
I didn't get that. Crap. I need to get that.
And luckily, my Fortress Maximus's stickers were pre-applied by Hey Mickey, so I never.
Yeah, so you got like the best case there.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, so I mean, oh yeah, the tracks. So those come as two pieces. They're hinged in the middle, and they do use the like Titan's Return base connector format. So you can connect them to smaller ramp parts if you want. You also don't have to have them just connected to the base mode. If you take them off, they can connect end to end together and make an oval. If you would want to have that as a separate thing from Omega. I also know at least one aftermarket option is going to exist for additional Omega Supreme track segments.
Yeah.
So there will be some kind of option if you want to go that route to make like a big roadway or whatever for your Micromasters around Omega.
Question. So,
Yes.
Inquiring minds want to know. When you assemble Omega Supreme, is he held together by little yellow tabs?
No.
Thank God.
The closest thing to that is these little white clips on the bottom of the tank, but those seem to be like nylon or whatever, and they just hold the front end to the back end, so the whole thing is solid.
Yellow clips are like the worst thing.
Yes, they're the bane of collectors' existences, from what I understand.
Yeah, it sucks.
I never had a G1 Omega, so I avoided that experience myself. But I understand the concept.
I had a couple in a junker, and I bought one, and it was missing a tab. But fortunately, my junker had an extra. So, yeah.
I was going to say I wound up with a pile of parts once from a flea market. I may have a few tabs if you need them.
eBay.
Mm-hmm.
I would eBay those if you don't need them. You can probably get
But they got to deal with eBay.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
eBay, sometimes good to buy from, never good to sell on.
That's true. So you would recommend it, right?
Oh yeah, I'm actually very happy with Omega Supreme. It's so like with Trypticon, I got that at deep discount with a lot of help from Matt, since his always had them and mine didn't. And then like my Fortress Maximus came as basically a review copy, and my Devastator too. So like this is the first one where I actually felt compelled to go and immediately buy this as soon as it was available, and I do not feel any regret in that at all. I'm totally happy with this.
Do we think at New York Comic Con it's too early if Scorponok is going to happen? Because that's when we saw was it Omega last year?
That's when we get the hint as to what it's going to be.
Yeah, hint the word for it.
We saw Trypticon a couple years ago. The leg.
Yeah, a leg.
Yeah, we saw a leg for Trypticon. We saw the tank. The whole tank for Omega Supreme last year.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
I expect to see a Scorpicon or a Scorponok claw.
Scorpicon works. I like that.
Yeah.
Scorpicon.
Yeah, maybe like the claw, or they could like if they engineer it to do like a double headmaster thing like Fortress Maximus, like bring up the Zarok component.
Such a weird
that
toy.
Could work too.
Actually, yeah, I would rather it be a double headmaster, unlike the original, which was just a headmaster.
I mean, like for the original toy, which was distinctly smaller than Fortress Maximus, it wasn't such a thing to have the head be just one. I mean, it still looks stupid, but it wasn't
stupid.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as it would be putting just a Titan Master on top of.
Oh God, I hope they do
class.
that. Actually, just do that.
I would say if they were going to do it as a single headmaster, Scorponok would probably work better as a commander class.
Oh, well, I mean, I want Scorponok to be a commander class anyway because I want to scale better with like the majority of toys I have.
Yeah.
And I know that's what you want, which is why I keep calling for Titan class.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, so I had this conversation with someone on Twitter not too long ago, and the conclusion we kind of mutually reached as we were talking about this is, let's get Scorponok as a commander class and then get a new Fortress Maximus also as a commander class, one that hews more to the G1 toy than to whatever they were trying to do with the Titan's Return one.
I just want one that's like the comic. Don's got a storm.
Well, yeah, I'm probably going to need to leave here in a minute,
Don,
guys.
just drop off. You're fine.
Yeah, but I wanted to say that if we do get a commander class Scorponok, that will give us a better chance for a Selects Black Zarek at some point down the road.
Yes,
it might be,
yes, sir.
You know, so because we've not seen any Titan repaints and Devastators
probably,
except for Grand Maximus.
Right,
Well,
but
Artomi initiated.
Takara could do
yeah.
it.
Yeah. So so if we got the Commander class Black Zarak, it might be a San Diego exclusive. It could be a Pulse exclusive
through Takara,
or Selects. Yeah. But I mean, it's a better chance. But yeah, I'm going to drop off, guys. It's getting pretty bad out there.
Be safe, Don.
All right,
Don. Y'all guys have a good night.
We love you, Don.
So does anybody else have questions about Omega before I move on to my next thing?
Oh, you've got more stuff.
How are the hips in person?
Oh, they're fine. Like they hold the weight fine. They're easy to move, but they hold the weight really well.
Just the looks, I mean, because they are.
Oh yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Although it's interesting you mentioned that because like the instructions still show the original hip design. Which I find weird because you would think the instructions would be made,
far
fairly later, and they should have like updated design references to use for that. But I guess they're using the original CAD assets. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem to really make a difference to how the toy functions in any way. I'm not sure why they made that retool in the first place. Possibly if you have a chance to, Q&A with the Hasbro people at New York Comic Con, that could be a thing to ask them. Like, we noticed that the hip parts were changed on Omega. See if they can tell you what led to that. But yeah, I don't think it looks bad. Like, I like the solid look of the original ones, but these don't seem particularly out of place. I didn't even notice it in the more recent stock photos until I think someone in chat in the last couple of weeks mentioned it. So
what else?
It doesn't really make much of an impact on me. So I got Power Dasher Zetar. And so like I've got 3 Brunts now thanks to like some Amazon warehouse deals, and the Power Dasher feels considerably better than any of the Brunts I have. Now that's not a normal thing to have happen with a change in plastic colors to get better or worse tolerances depending, but Zetar feels really nice. All the peg joints are really tight. The hinges feel good. It holds together tremendously better than any of my Brunts. So I'm really happy with that. The only thing I really would want to change on this, and it would require considerably more retooling, is for the drill part to have a peg instead of a socket. Because as it is, you're very limited what you can do with this other than put it on the front of the vehicle mode for, super useful drill tank action here with the tiny little drill, or putting it on the head. You can, the only other thing I've found you can really do with it is if you take the base of the cannon, you can peg it on there and basically just make a little drill gun.
Oh, wow, you're right.
But the way Zetar and Brunt's hands work, like you have to plug it onto the forearm, and the drill barely reaches past the claws. So, like, it looks okay. Yeah, it looks okay, but it doesn't look very useful. But if you wanted to use Zetar as a weaponizer, this would be a nice little hand weapon to give to another figure as part of that process.
We need more drill hands, like for Devastator. Wait,
yeah,
Devastator come with drill hands?
No.
Oh yeah, that needs to be fixed.
Because the way they engineered Devastator's hands, the fists flip in and there's like missile batteries on the other side.
Yeah.
So there wasn't really room to put drills. There might have been like an aftermarket option for drills. I can't remember for sure on that. It's been cape. Everything needs capes. Like the bigger the robot, the bigger the cape. Omega Supreme needs a big cape.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So let's see, I was holding this up to the camera before, but I got the Refraktor 3-pack. I haven't had time to take this apart yet, but I really like how the additions to the camera mode have worked out. It feels a little petty, but I kind of almost wish the grip piece had been made with like a little clicky button for the shutter.
Does it come packaged in camera mode?
Yeah, just like this. Well,
nice.
I mean, the tripod part isn't attached, and that was actually a problem I had. On my copy, at least, I had to actually open up the port on the bottom of the middle reflector. That's Spyglass? Did you find somebody?
I don't remember.
I had to open up the port on this one a little bit more, though, because the peg for the tripod part would not fit in there, where the other two were just fine. So, like, that's probably an individual variation thing. There's probably just a little bit of a molding error with it. But, like, it didn't take much doing to actually get that to work, and it all fits together fine now. But, yeah, I mean, I seem to remember when the retail ones came out and I was talking about them, one thing that I was saying is, like, I would love to see a set of them as the toy colors, as like a selects or something. And that's basically exactly what we got here, except even a little bit better, because I wasn't even thinking about getting the extra camera parts. So I have 6 reflectors now, total. And, you know, I might do like the Brunson if I find, you know, cheap warehouse deals, get some more of them. Do I need to be quiet for a minute?
No, you're good.
Okay. And then I think that's all the new stuff I got. And then I'm just going to wrap up real quickly with 2 secondhand purchases. So I got Transformers Adventure Stepper, or Ricochet if you prefer. This originally came in a 2-pack with Sideswipe, but I just got the Stepper by itself. And I got a Collector's Club Sideburn, which is a redeco from the original Classics Rodimus. Nice. I got the 2 together for less than $40, I think. So not too bad of a deal. And I have, you know, another Jazz. I never had this mold before. It's, you know, simplistic like the Robots in Disguise stuff typically is, but I like it. It does some interesting things, and it, you know, it's more stable in robot mode than any of the other Jazzes I have. So
cool.
And I think that's it.
You got one more thing, right? What did you get, Rob?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Well, the only other thing I've gotten was Siege Red Alert, which I have not had a chance to open yet, but it was like $13-14 on Amazon, so I was able to grab that.
Good deal. Awesome. Okay, let's just jump to news. Not a whole lot this week. One thing that made me very happy, and Don's not here to talk about this, which makes me sad. MP-38 Plus. So let's see here.
Are we not doing the Unicron recap?
Oh crap! I forgot about that. Let's do this first, and we'll jump to Unicron. We'll backtrack since I started this.
Yeah.
MP-38 Plus. So MP-38, was that the animation version of Beast Wars?
Yeah, the
Convoy?
Commander Convoy.
So we're getting Burning Convoy, which is of course the red repaint. Was it he re-entering the atmosphere? Is that what it was?
No, it's his Burning Justice form from the Beast Wars second movie.
Oh, okay. God, you know, I've never actually
so in the Beast Wars second movie, there's Burning Convoy and Flash Leo Convoy. Like, that was their respective Burning Justice forms for the climax of the movie.
Yeah, so, yeah, for whatever reason, I thought it was him re-entering the atmosphere. I think there's something from Master Force. Never mind. So where Fire Guts... No, never mind. Ryan,
Fire Guts was also a Burning Justice form.
You have a Burning... Does everything have a Burning Justice form? Chris, do you have one?
Well, I mean, why do you think I'm orange right now?
That's true. So we're potentially getting that. I mean, Big Bad Toy Store posted that as pre-order. And I've always loved the look of that toy, the original. Of course, I've never owned it. Was that an e-hobby?
Oh, that was before e-hobby time. I think like they might have been slightly more limited, or maybe like a Toys R Us Japan exclusive or something, but I don't think they were particularly hard to get if you lived in Japan at the time.
But yeah, it's a nice looking toy, and we'll potentially get a masterpiece version of that, as Don was going to point out, and as you mentioned, with the new Lao Convoy coming out. But was it MP-49?
MP-48.
48.
I don't think we know what a 49
I thought
is yet.
48 was Hound.
7. No,
47.
actually 6. That's 46, because
Okay.
I think Black Reckoning is 47.
Okay, but with Lao Convoy coming out, we'll get a Flash Lao Convoy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hopefully.
And a copy convoy.
Now, I mean, we should point out here where the original Burning Convoy was like translucent red. This will probably be
red.
Solid plastic colors because animation accuracy more than anything.
Yeah. So, I'm certain it'll be nice. It's just interesting how, like, the backlash that got when just looking at, like, message boards and stuff. And I just, like, it's a repaint. It's okay.
Yeah, it's just a plus. It's not going to hurt you.
It doesn't take any resources away from other masterpieces. It's just them. It's just them getting money back on the mold.
Like it didn't even get its own number. It's a plus version.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But like,
I like that.
For whatever reason,
plus.
yeah, it just for whatever reason, there's just people like angry about it, and I do not get it. I do not get like somebody.
I mean,
somebody,
I hate Beast Wars as much as the next G1, but I look at this as an excuse to just save money now and
Yeah,
put it
just
towards
like
something
MP-44
good down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, how can
Well,
you
that
get
was also
mad?
an excuse to
Like,
save money.
Why aren't they giving me a G1 masterpiece that's going to cost me $450?
yeah. There you go. There you go. But like, I'm super excited about this. Always wanted that. Okay, so let's jump to Unicron. So Diecast. I think I've sort of been hogging this segment a little bit for the last couple of weeks. This is really your segment since this is your thing. Catch us up to where we are right now, and yeah, just have fun.
Okay.
These are the
828.
most.
I'm just going to start from the end of August. 8/28 at time of recording, we're at 5,223 and counting. Then right after the show, they announced the extension. So we still picked up a couple before they announced the extension. So 9/4 time of recording, we had 5653 and counting. Now the counting is the thing it's been going up and down. So as of today on 9/11, we are at 5,651, which is 2 less than where we were at last week.
So I've been monitoring this over the weekend, and the highest number I saw since last week's show was 5,663. Now, since I saw that number, it's dropped to the 5640s, gone back up to 5660, down to the 5650s, back to 5640s, and now we're up to 5651. So, like, as far as I can tell, since last week, we probably picked up 30, maybe 40 backers, but we also lost at least as many.
More.
Yeah.
We lost more.
Well, yeah, as of today.
As of today. I guess part of it could be the Uniclone, which is what I like to call it, which is the
Zeta Toys.
Zeta Toys. It does have less panels. It does look better from the back. It is a lot smaller. It's not even as big as some combiners.
Yeah, so like we've been hearing that it might be around a $300 price point, the Zeta Toys version, and while it's engineered very differently, where there's not a bunch of planet junk obvious on it, and it seems to have some interesting engineering choices in how it goes from a round planet mode to a Unicron-shaped robot, there is still some of the typical third-party issues, like, you know, the character likeness is not particularly good. So, you know, if you're particular about your Unicron face looking like it does in the movie at some point, you're not going to really get that there any more than you are with the Hasbro one.
Yeah, I think the Hasbro one, see, it's going to be different for everyone. I like how big the Hasbro one is. Some people may not.
Right.
I like the planet mode on the Hasbro one. It is much better than the Zeta one. So, I mean, for me, but I got to be honest, I have 2 on pre-order, as everyone knows. For a couple seconds, I thought maybe I should cancel one and use that money for the Zeta Uniclone.
But instead, you decide you'll keep your 2 HasLab Unicrons and also pre-order a Zeta Unicron.
Correct.
Oh God.
Correct. But that is because it's Unicron or
no, it's because you have a problem, Diecast.
Yes. Yeah. But I mean, it's really not to say that this Uniclone is not hurting this campaign right now. The other thing, which this is Unicron right now, is like a pizza. You need to be like Domino's or Pizza Hut and put advertisements out there and keep putting it in front of people's faces so they're like, that looks good. That looks good. I'm going to go get a pizza now. So that's kind of what this crowdfunding is. You need to keep it out in front of everyone as long as possible so they keep seeing it. They keep seeing it and they go, I really want that pizza. I'm going to go get that now.
I mean, I have to admit, I would like someone to put a pizza in front of my face right now.
I had pizza for dinner.
Same.
Ooh.
I also had
cheeseburger for dinner, but I still love some pizza.
It was just the toppings. I just ate the toppings, but it was good.
Oh.
So since Hasbro has put the extension forward at the end of August, it's almost been 2 full weeks, and we've had nothing in the way of marketing for Unicron.
It's almost
no
like they didn't
additional
plan that.
add-ons, no videos, no nothing. So, I mean,
to the people who said Hasbro planned this all along, there's your answer.
yeah, they have nothing. They have nothing, and they have a whole marketing department. And I realized it like yesterday or the day before. I'm putting more Unicron content on my Twitter page.
Their marketing department isn't handling this.
Oh, okay.
It's
Well,
their
it should be.
designers that are doing all of it.
They should be. I mean, it is a marketing thing, I would think, but I don't have a business degree, so.
If only Don was here.
I'm just saying. Watching it's pretty clear to me. I mean, they may be borrowing time from somebody in marketing, but it's not like there's some of it there because they're like Facebook ads and things, but there's not like a major marketing push behind this at all.
I would
which
tend to
is
characterize
kinda-
it as like the design team is using the assets of the marketing team to get stuff like the Facebook ads made and published.
Maybe, yeah.
And then they're grabbing people from marketing and like their audio visual production teams to actually get the personalized content out there.
I mean, it just I have to thank @NesChalk on Twitter because he does 99% of the work, and I do about 1% of the work.
You should just share what he makes.
Yeah, because he's awesome, but him and I are not getting paid by Hasbro, and we're putting more content out than Hasbro right now. So
You really should get comped one of those 2 Unicrons.
yeah, Hasbro needs to pick this thing up and kind of hopefully they have something planned for the end of this campaign, because if they don't, it's been stagnant for so long. You see orders dropping off.
Yeah.
Which things come up and people say, "Hey, I didn't pay for this yet." You know, life happens. Cars break down, houses, break
Explode,
down,
Yeah.
something.
So
I mean,
diecast. I have to tell you, I admire your dedication to getting this done. I really do. I also have to tell you, I canceled my pre-order this week.
Did you? Like I said, I mean, things happen, and people start saying, "Oh, what can I cut out?" And now you've extended this campaign and told people that they can cancel. So they're going to be like, well, my car broke down.
Admittedly, if people are doing that, they could, if they really want to back this still, you could go to the big bad toy store route and just put down like whatever the deposit is.
Yeah, but
about that,
if they're
honestly.
like me, I can't see justifying. If I'm in the U.S., I can pay $575, $600, where I can pay $800. Like
oh, that's right. Well, mine was. I forgot what mine was, but it's not cheap.
$750-ish, something like that.
It's not cheap. Yeah,
so
tax and everything.
Yeah.
I want this to happen. I want Unicron to be funded, and Hasbro, since you extended this, we need to do something to keep this out in the public's eye, make people excited about it again, because right now it's stagnant.
Hey, you know what we are excited about though? Hotshot may be at New York Comic Con.
Who?
Hotshot from Siege.
The Hound redeco retool.
That's my clever way of just moving along.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
yes.
so apparently this was revealed through Entertainment Earth, which makes sense because Lancer and Galactic Man Shockwave were available at SDCC through their booth. So it kind of makes sense that Hotshot might be the equivalent for New York. It's not unprecedented, and we got Nightbird and Zetar at the start of this month, so that would pretty much put us at like 1 per month for 3 months in a row then.
That would also be a good place for the third Power Dasher to show up, since we haven't seen that yet.
Although, given that we haven't seen or heard anything about that yet, we haven't even seen, I think, but one production sample of that, and that was from a trade show in China. I'm not sure if that's far enough along to just turn up out of the blue.
We saw it.
Repugnance?
We saw it standing next to the Zetar that we all have now.
And wasn't Repugnance like 2017? It was for sale. Grotesque. When we learned about it.
Yeah, they revealed it and put it up for sale within 5 minutes of each other.
Yeah, so I mean, it's possible.
It's possible. Just the way things have gone lately, it doesn't seem super likely. But like, they could need a second selects, and for that matter, there might be something else in the pipeline that we're not thinking of that could be taking that number 2 slot.
Yeah,
I can't give an example because I'm specifically not thinking of it. Otherwise, I would know what they're doing.
Sunstorm.
I mean, we haven't even seen a sign that exists at all. So.
No, but we can hope.
Yeah, we can hope. Definitely.
I hate that mold, but I want another one.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
they already have the packaging.
$50 on that mold so far. I definitely need to throw another 30 or 40 at it.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, at this point, you're committed. So
I should be committed.
I should be. Yeah.
So Rob posted this. Apparently, Siege Commander Class Jetfire is showing up at clearance at Walmart's for $45. That's
crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I had an anonymous source point that out to me, and like I said, it's a source I trust. So good luck to everybody who's looking for one of those. I wish I could get my hands on it at that price. I wish I could afford it if I saw it at that price right now. But that's just one of those things. But that is a lot of toy for that.
I mean, this is still brand new, and
it showed up like Walmart, 3 weeks ago.
My Walmart stocked them, and they sold out, and then they stocked more. Like, have they decided that they're not going to carry this price point anymore? Not enough shelf space? I mean, what's going on here?
It's a good question. They also mentioned to me, not in my wheelhouse, of course, but also mentioned seeing some of the 80th anniversary Marvel Legends stuff for very cheap. So that's fairly recent too, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I need that Thor.
That's yeah. Oh, that's something I forgot that I got this week. I got Captain America and Thor.
Oh, nice.
So that's where Cap got the hammer from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As individualized as Walmart clearances are, like, what we're probably looking at is specific stores underperforming at these price points, and one of the levels of management wants to downsize that out and use the shelf space for something that actually will make them money.
Yeah.
So besides Rob's anonymous source, I've heard at least one other report from elsewhere in the country that this is happening. So it's definitely not isolated, but as ever, don't expect a clearance at one Walmart to be matched or honored at any other Walmart in the system, because they all do this on their own.
Yeah, I mean, it could be done across the board. And if they're all showing up for the same price, it would make sense that they would be. Like, I've seen stuff show up on clearance like the week after it came out, and just at one Walmart. I don't know why, but I mean, it's happened. Like, Walmart managers, from my understanding, have a lot of discretion when it comes to like what they mark down and stuff that other stores don't have.
Just to add, I was just taking another look at the story, and we have a commenter on it by the name of Bad Broccoli, who says if you check BrickSeek, you can actually see which stores have it in stock at what price. So you may be able to find out where to find this for $45.
Cool.
Although one caveat with that, sometimes you will look stuff up like that and it will show it at a certain price, but that price is either not accurate on the shelf anymore, or like it's old information and the stores don't have that even active anymore. So it can be it's a guidepost, but it's not something that you should like stake a 90-minute toy hunting trip on, for instance.
Good to know.
Cool. Okay, so I guess last news item, we have Apeface, Crosshairs, and other stock photos from Takara Tomy. Yeah.
So Matt, are you ready to feel sad about Apeface?
Oh, I've already been feeling sad about Apeface. Because yes, I saw those stock photos, and that's That's a lot of magic eraser fixing.
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
So I'd just like to say, Hasbro, stop it. just stop it.
Wait, are you using Magic Eraser to get rid of that?
I did on Ultra Magnus, and it worked just fine.
That's a micro abrasive, so I mean, probably that would work.
So, do you think Hasbro can like take that money for the battle damage and use it for marketing for Unicron?
Not
Is
now.
that possible?
Sorry, Diecast. Hashtag battle damage before Unicron.
Crosshairs looks nice.
The colors are very vibrant in these photos, and I like that.
I am way more excited for that Crosshairs than I should be by a simple repaint.
Yeah,
But
It's a good mold, though.
yeah, it is a good mold, and Crosshairs is one of the ones I had as a kid, so I'm looking forward to getting a new version.
Apeface does have so much battle damage.
The other thing Apeface
figure looks so good.
Well, the other thing Apeface has is that kind of like milky white plastic.
A lot.
Now they're doing good things with the lighting for these photographs to make the sculpted detail still stand out. But this was also shown in Japan at Christmas Toy Fair this sometime during the past week with more, shall we say, natural lighting, and like the details just vanish into that plastic.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. It's not a great situation overall.
Still want it.
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm not canceling my pre-order.
I know Triplet's super excited about it. Apeface, it was the only headmaster he had as a kid.
Yeah, I am super excited about it too, because I've been wanting Apeface and Snapdragon since we got the other ones, 3 years ago.
Yeah, I got the only one I had as a kid was Brainstorm, and I've been able to get that one like twice over. So it'll be nice to get a new Apeface. Okay, cool. Hey, you can get Apeface probably at some point through tfradio.net/Amazon. Just use the link,
but not
please.
this week.
Not this week. Use the link. Just make it your bookmark. Go
You
to
can pre-order
tfradio.net/Amazon
You
in
can't
your browser.
pre-order it.
Oh, not anymore?
Control D and add it as your bookmark. And then when you use Amazon, just use that. It would be awesome. Helps pay for everything. And dear God, this is expensive. I don't want my wife to leave me. Please use the Amazon link, please. I need to pay for this. I don't want a divorce. I need to stay with my kids. I want to keep my cats. I need my house. tfradio.net/Amazon.
And my dogs.
And my dogs. I got 3 dogs, 3 cats, and 3 kids. It's expensive.
3. Everything's in threes.
I
I'm
need a
like
third
Noah,
wife.
only one
Wait.
extra.
Need a second wife too. Got
I need 3.
I need a third
Everything's got to
house.
be in 3.
Gosh, if I had a third house and a
Just
second and third wife, everything would be in 3s. A third leg. tfradio.net/Amazon, please. Okay. Rob, what's on T-Formers this week?
Okay, first up, we've got photos of the classic animation versions of Optimus Prime and Megatron, which look pretty good. The last week or week before, you guys all sold me on the darker faceplate on that Prime, and it looks like that's going to be the less common variation.
Oh, great.
Also, sadly, this particular instance is actually missing some of the gray stripe on the side of its chest, but I still like this. I want to get that one. The Megatron looks pretty good too, but I've got 2 versions of that mold, and nice as it is, I think that's enough.
I like the plastic colors on that Megatron so much more than the original version Megatron, but I don't want to have to go to the trouble of removing the cell shading. I don't like how the cell shading looks on Megatron. So it's all kinds of conflicts.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob, you're right. That is missing paint. Wow.
The cell shading, in my opinion, does look better on Prime.
Yeah.
Also, the one thing looking at Megatron is that you can't see any of the red on the flanks head on, and I don't like that. That bothers me a little.
I mean, that's almost that way on the original one, too.
Yeah. But in both cases, though, just I feel like it really does add something to have that red trim through there.
Yeah.
Needs a little bit of more contrast. Prime Prime is the winner deco wise on this set.
I think Prime, this could be the early production run, since it has the lighter paint and it also has a paint deco missing, and just the fact that someone has it this early, I would think would make it an early production run.
yeah.
So hopefully the later one is going to have the darker face.
Here's hoping, because
Yeah.
I on this one I did hold out for this version because I knew about this before I got Megatron, or before I got could get a Prime. So yeah, I want to get this version because it is the better looking of the two. Also up there, Takara Tomy Mall has updated their web manga with the new Seacon pre-orders, and we're getting a little bit more of Star Convoy in action here.
Ooh.
So, and anybody know who the artist on this is? It's really good.
I love it.
Not offhand, no.
I love it.
The wiki probably has that information, but that would take time and effort.
Yeah. Either way, the art is good. It's I love that pose from Star Convoy in the last panel. That looks really good.
I love everything about it.
Yeah. So yeah, that looks really good. I'd like to get that Star Convoy, but that is what we've got up this week.
Awesome.
Well, Star Convoy has been delayed on Pulse until November 1st, so you might still have a chance.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, here's hoping.
Cool. Hey, you can find us online. All of our podcast episodes going back soon to be 20 years.
Cripes.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about it. In a month, we'll hit our 20th anniversary episode. I don't think I'm going to make a huge deal of it. I think it'll probably be a regular episode. Mostly because I just don't want to drown in self-pity. But yeah, tfradio.net. You can find this episode at tfradio.net/the episode number, which is 639. And that works for every episode of RFC that is numbered going back to 300. Before that, we really just used like the month and date and year. So tfradio.say if you wanted to go to episode 352, tfradio.net/352. Yeah. So, but yeah, an archive of all of our podcasts, including Superhero Time, that one episode of Star Trek, all of our Transformers podcasts that we've done. There's tons of stuff there. RPG Lessons Learned, which I need to post a new episode of that. And I haven't yet. I've got 2 episodes in the can I need to post. tfradio.net. Again, we have a Roku channel and a Fire TV channel. You can install them from your browser to your device, tfradio.net/Roku and tfradio.net/Fire TV. We're on Twitter at tfradio and on Facebook at facebook.com/tfradio. And please, please, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's how you can get updates that we're live. And let's see here. I'm on Twitter at bkilby and on Instagram at Brian Kilby. John isn't here. He's at that John D everywhere. Rob Springer isn't here. He is at RoboRobSpringer and at zonebase.org. Rob, how do people get a hold of you? Yeah, it's fine. It's in the podcast version, don't worry. Chris, how do people get a hold of you? Just tell Chris, Chris. I'm editing that out. Please tell the video viewers and the podcast listeners, please just. Do you have a maximum tier? Like, if somebody wanted to give you $1,000 a month, like, yeah, just give them $5. Don't worry about 1,000. Actually, yeah, you're right. Cool. Diecast, how do people get a hold of you? Awesome. And don't forget, Diecast, remind me when you post that stuff, and we'll get it on Roku and Fire TV. Yep, cool. Okay, that's it. We will see you next week. Have a good one. Okay, so people watching live can hear me. We had a freeze. I think I upgraded the RAM. I've done other things. One final thing left to do to my computer to try to fix it, which I think it might be something related to my power supply not providing enough juice. So, have a new power supply. Got it Saturday. I'm going to install it this week. So hopefully that will fix that. So, no, it was me. It's me. So YouTube is getting an error right now. I'm looking at the thing. So people watching live, I'm going to end the stream, and we'll see you next week. Okay, I'm going to do